Hello, everybody, and welcome to Electric City Sentai Denzicaster here on the ECS network. First things first, my name is Mike. You're not going to see me for very long. Next things next, yes, my wife knows what I'm doing. We are joined this week by Larissa and a newcomer to our show, Sam. Now, the reason we have these two ladies here, and Larissa is actually about to take over the hosting duties here in a second, is because this is a ladies' choice edition of Denzicaster. I let the two ladies pick what we were going to be watching for this episode, and they have selected Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the 2003 live-action adaptation of the classic manga and anime series. So we're
truly a gift.
We're going to let these two ladies take over here in just a second, but there is one thing I do have to do first, because we have a newcomer on the show, and that is Sam. So, Sam.
I'm a little scared.
Don't be. Well, and if the camera starts shaking, that is because Sweet Pea, one of our cats, has decided that she does not like the angle of the shot and is going to adjust the tripod.
They're very helpful.
So, we always ask anyone that is a newcomer on the show, basically, what tokusatsu kind of stuff have you seen? What makes you interested or predisposed, other than me just randomly asking you while we were at work one day? For the record, things like Power Rangers, VR Troopers, Godzilla, those are all tokusatsu. So what kind of predisposes you to this, and what have you seen before?
Honestly, the only thing I've seen is like one of the original Godzillas, and then what we just watched today.
You've never even seen Power Rangers?
No, my mom wouldn't let us watch it.
Wow.
Fresh blood. I mean.
We have an excuse to see Power Rangers now.
Do you needed an excuse?
Well, no, because it's almost all of it is on a shelf behind you.
So proud.
So, and I must say, she's the one that really dove heavy into Sailor Moon, because you are an anime fan.
I am, yes.
Excellent.
I was explaining this show to her at work, and she jumped on and was like, we have to watch this. So,
Love the concept.
so with that said, I'm about to get the heck out of the shot and let Larissa take over. Y'all two have fun.
Thank you. All right, live action Sailor Moon. I love everything about it so far. I'm a huge Sailor Moon fan, have been forever. It was one of the second anime I ever watched since first grade. And so I've watched the anime, I own the manga, it's a super important part of my life, so I'm super glad that I get to experience the other side of it. What about you?
Same. Always had to rush home after school to watch it on Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
Had to fight with my mom. Mom, I have to have TV at a certain time. Gotta watch Sailor Moon.
Who's your favorite character?
I gotta say Sailor Moon. I relate to her so well. The ditzy blood.
She's great. She's the best heroine. She's the heroine we all deserve.
Yes.
My favorite has always been Tuxedo Mask, because he's so dramatic and ridiculous. But yes, so I knew that there was a live-action Sailor Moon. I had heard about it before, just kind of in passing, but I had never actually sat down and watched it before. And I'm so mad at old me. It's like, why didn't you get this in your life before? But so we've seen the first 2 episodes so far, and they've been an adventure already. So, just plot-wise, how would you say it compared to the original anime and manga?
If you've seen the anime and manga, of course they talk best. But if you've never seen it before, this is actually pretty good. It captures the attention. You're just like, what is going on? I gotta keep watching just to see what are they going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
And
It hits all the important parts from the anime and manga. It's like Luna shows up, she tells Usagi that stuff's going down, and she gives her some stuff, and now they're going to transform into Heroes of Justice. A main difference in this one is that Luna is now actually a stuffed toy and not a cat, which looks kind of odd sometimes, but she also makes a really great squeaking sound effect when she walks, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful, addition.
And it makes more sense for live action to have Luna to be a stuffed animal. It'd be a little odd to walk around with an actual cat.
It would be a lot harder to throw pillows at cats, at real cats too. That might be a little bit more. It might be frowned upon in general. But for the most part, everything's the same. When you see characters show up that you recognize from the old show, you're like, that's amazing how they pulled that off. Like when the first appearance of Jadeite, who is the first villain that shows up, you see him and you immediately know it's Jadeite.
Yeah, with the hair.
With the hair, it's very distinctive, And the first time you see the Tuxedo Mask, of course, you know it's him, and it's very exciting to see these characters in this different format.
I'm just impressed with the costume that they did for the Queen. Queen Beryl.
Oh yes, that one was fabulous. It's like the key parts of the characters they managed to keep. Like Beryl, you need her to have like this ridiculous dress. You need her to have the red hair
and the big crown.
The big crown, and for Tuxedo Mask, you need the ridiculous mask. You need the cape. That's very important, so he can hold it dramatically when he is backlit and stalks off. But what I think is interesting in the live-action version is when they're not in their transformed versions, they all kind of look very normal, because in the anime and the manga, they still have their weird colored hair, they still have their very distinct looks, but that only shows up when they transform in the live-action one. Otherwise, they all have the black hair, they all kind of look like normal people.
Traditional Japanese girls.
Mm-hmm. So that's an interesting thing. But it makes the transformation sequences all the more fun. But they do the same thing in the transformation sequence where it takes like, from the anime, it's like they use the same transformation sequence like every episode, and they will transform at least once every episode. And so you're like, okay, here starts the transformation sequence.
And they do it so well. It's not super cheesy at all.
It's true. It is really well done, especially because I know from the anime she does a lot of like really over the top animations, a lot of over the top lighting, and it carries over really well. So I was really impressed with how they did it. So what did you think of the music? There's a lot of it in it, but there is some music in the background.
I wasn't really paying attention. I was caught by the action.
Is that good or bad? I wonder when it comes to music.
Probably not good. I knew it was there. It didn't leave it awkwardly quiet like with some shows. It's just like, but not much to say about it. Didn't really say, ooh, gotta know what that song is.
Pretty much, because in the live action version, Sailor Venus is also an idol, and so her music is playing in the background, which is super exciting. I'm so proud of her.
She's done so well for herself.
So, yeah, but I will say, I think that Michael said that one of the songs that she sings is apparently called C'est la vie, which is the French phrase, but I'm so proud of them for working that in there. They're not very subtle about the fact that she's Sailor V / Sailor Venus. It's not a well-kept secret.
Well, her idol name is Venus, and it's just no.
Yeah, her idol name is Venus, her hit song is C'est la vie. It's very kind of in your face, but it's you kind of know what's coming, so you're willing to suspend your disbelief. But the characterization of the characters is very well done. I think they're very close to their anime counterparts, like Usagi. She's late all the time. She's ditzy. She loves people.
Loves people person. Loves to sleep. Just
sleep. The first time she sees Luna, she's like, what a nice dream. Goes immediately back to sleep. So proud of her.
She's self-centered, but she's not a brat about it. You're just like, she's adorable. You've got to pat her on the head.
Pretty much. She's very cute in this version. So, anything else that you can think of?
No, I like it so far. I gotta keep watching.
So far we've seen Sailor Moon join, we've seen Sailor Mercury join,
Yep.
and based on the preview to the next episode, looks like Sailor Mars is next.
No, they're staying with the traditional storyline so far.
For the most part. I mean, some of the enemies have been a little different.
Yes, the little clay monster.
The clay monster was great. We've actually did have a monster show up in the second episode, and the costuming is so great. I think that the costuming really fits with the tone of the show, because you can tell that everything's a little bit over the top. Everything's wonderful. It's definitely tokusatsu.
Speaking of noise, I love the sound effects. I don't pay attention to the music, but the sound effects of the monsters, of the characters in general, just, oh my goodness.
That's true. It does. It goes very well together, I think. It definitely fits the way it looks, the way it sounds. It all fits really well together. So we're enjoying it immensely so far, 2 episodes in. So we defeated 2 bad guys, I think.
Yeah.
So
two bad guys so far, because for each Sailor Scout.
Yes.
Now we got a hint of a leaf monster, maybe a dragonfly monster. I didn't look too closely.
Oh, I don't know. Because Jadeite's really good at picking what his next monster is going to be. He sees an inanimate object, I think. He's like, that is going to be my next monster. So we're not sure exactly what's coming up next, but it'll probably go well.
Question from the Peanut Gallery, which I'm not usually on this show. What did y'all think of the action itself? Because you've seen, Larissa, you've seen some tokusatsu Super Sentai stuff where it is a lot more martial arts action.
True.
None of these actresses are experienced actresses at all when this show is made. So, for people who have, frankly, no clue what they're doing and have no action experience, how do you think it came off?
Well, they basically go into, like, the dance fighting as kind of method, where it's not really martial artsy, it's more like a lot of leaps and twirls, and that kind of is what fends off the bad guys.
It suits them, though.
It does suit them.
Because they're middle school, high school girls who have no martial arts training whatsoever. I can kind of see them protecting themselves with elaborate dancing.
Absolutely. It has flair. It does all the great skirt twirls and things. So yeah, there's not a lot of like fighting per se. There's a lot of running away from the bad guys and running up and down stairs away from the bad guys, falling off banisters away from the bad guys. But yeah, it's like at one point they just do this beautiful pirouette and just kind of slap the bad guys silly, which I think is really exciting. So yeah, it's not really martial, but it fits the style, it fits the characters. I think it works really well for it. It's like for amateurs, these guys do great.
I got no more to say.
Oh, we are very concise and to the point. We're also new at this, in case
yes.
you can't tell, audience. But
Not usually on the camera, so.
not usually on the hosting chair. We covered the action, we covered the music, we covered favorite characters. Tuxedo Mask continues to be my favorite character, as you can tell by my shirt. It's just, I love the fact that their relationship starts out antagonistic.
Yes.
Like, that's just so great to me. Like, he showed up twice in both episodes. Both times they've collided with each other, insulted each other, and then just left. Like, they haven't even introduced themselves yet. We don't have any names for anybody. Like I don't, like, if I think if you didn't know who these characters were, like, some of them don't get named immediately. Like, Jedi doesn't get named until, like, the second episode that he shows up in.
We still don't know Tuxedo's Max, his Clark Kent character's name.
Right,
So
because he
it's-
just shows up, runs into Usagi, and leaves again.
Yeah,
It's
just-
like, no introductions, no anything.
Just a random dude. So.
Just a random dude. But he's as grumpy and snarky as he needs to be, which is very important for a Tuxedo Mask character. So that's very exciting. I can't wait. I really can't wait to see how they interpret the rest of the characters, because some of the ones coming up are also my favorite. Like Sailor Jupiter has always been one of my favorites.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to see her. Based on the opening theme, she looks really tomboyish, which is exciting.
Well, with Sailor Mars, she was always the high and mighty priestess, basically a superstar. So I'm wondering how snotty she's going to be, because she and Sailor Moon always clashed.
Yes. So just the way that the chemistry between the actual sailors will work, I'm excited to see that. So yeah, we're only 2 episodes in, so we've got a lot more to see. I'm really excited about it. I love this. And, our peanut gallery returns.
I will jump back in to do the cheap plugs, since Larissa probably doesn't have all the websites memorized.
Sadly not. Getting there.
Which because we have one more person in the peanut gallery. Rob is over here as our live studio audience, which
Thanks, Rob!
you've seen him on our Garo episodes, and obviously who will be seeing him again. I will give you two girls one promise here, because I know y'all are big fans of Sailor Moon, which is one of the reasons that this obviously got picked.
Oh, yeah.
I can guarantee you it's going to diverge from the manga and the anime drastically at points. And there is a Sailor Scout in this series that does not appear in any other adaptation of the series.
What?
So,
Oh, exciting.
look forward to that. I've actually seen this show all the way through. I first saw it because I lost a bet.
That's the best way to start watching this.
But it actually is a pretty cool tokusatsu show, and it jump-started a whole lot of people's careers, actually. So, good on them. So, folks, until next time, if you get a chance, check us out on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Denzicaster. You can find us on Periscope, Twitter, Instagram. All that stuff pops up after we're done talking. And check us out on cafepress.com and pick up some swag. It's cafepress.com/ECS Network. We need cameras, tripods. I'm still paying on a laptop. So we can use your help to help us get more stuff here for the network and just improve things overall.
Get fancier.
Absolutely. And since Larissa is hosting, I'll actually let her toss it out of here. So,
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm having a wonderful day.